Welcome to NXT on the WWE Network.
This is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Melbourne, Australia, Emma.
What a better way than to kick off NXT with the bubbly Australian-born diva. Emma has made quite the impact on Raw and SmackDown. It was actually 4 weeks ago here on NXT. Emma was in competition with Charlotte. During that match, Charlotte feigning an injury. Sasha Banks, her other half of the BFFs, attempting to distract Emma. Charlotte makes the best of that situation and knocked off Emma just a week after NXT arrival.
Oh, I love Emma. I love her to bits.
Oh, look, there's a bubble there.
So Emma is set for Divas action. Welcome inside the NXT arena. I'm Tom Phillips with the legend William Regal, our
hello.
insider Byron Saxon, and the beautiful Renee Young.
Hello, William Regal.
Oh, hello.
How are you
Are you going
doing?
to dance with me today, dear?
You're
Just gonna
damn
wave
right I
at her.
will.
She's sitting right there.
Renee, hello.
I love this Evolution stuff.
Never
I'm on
works.
board.
Get the bubbles out.
Her opponent, accompanied by Charlotte from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
So Renee, I gotta ask you, it was 4 weeks ago we saw Charlotte fake an injury. What did you make of Charlotte's tactics?
I thought it proved Charlotte to be a hell of an actress. She came out there, rolled her ankle, supposedly, and she got back up to get that victory. So, of anything, I'd say she was a very good actress that
How
night.
do you know she just doesn't have wonderful recovery ability? I'm just
Hey,
asking
you
the
know
question.
what?
You never
She
know.
might, being the daughter of Ric Flair, maybe she does have superhuman abilities, but I'm going to say right now she was acting her way out of that paper bag.
Here's a question you gotta ask. The BFFs are willing to do whatever it takes to win, so how does Emma prepare for that?
I think Emma just has to be Emma. She seems to find a way, doesn't she?
It works for her.
She overcomes things.
In an awkward way.
Emma's had success
okay,
lately on Raw and SmackDown against a former NXT graduate in Summer Rae.
Well, you know, Summer Rae is still here in, I think, maybe Seoul.
In spirit, too.
I mean, we have this cutout of her face that we've seen the BFFs come down with, and I believe that her soul is encased in that wooden stick.
Charlotte bringing down that stick figure of Summer Rae.
Can I bring up a point here?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Renee, do you know if the little sort of dalliance that Emma's having with Santino at the moment, is that affecting her skills in any way? Is it as a head in the game?
Look, here's the way I see it.
Look at Emma.
Whoa.
Oh, look. Is this a joke? Does Emma think this is a joke?
Well, folks, we want to remind you, coming up this weekend, leading up to WrestleMania, it will be NXT Experience. Gives you a chance to meet all your favorite NXT superstars and divas in New Orleans. Santino and Emma's dates, so to call them, have been absolutely hilarious.
They're a little bit awkward.
Emma looking for the win here on Sasha Banks and a kick out.
You were saying they're a little awkward, is that what you said there?
A little, I could go a little bit farther than that, I would say, but you never really know when the conversation's over with them. It's fun to watch.
Emma just face first into that second turnbuckle.
See, this is the relationship you gotta watch out. Yeah. You gotta watch out for the relationship between Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Forget Santino Marella and what's going on with Emma. You're looking at two women here who have seized the opportunity, who are grasping their future and making the best of it. But whether or not Emma likes it.
Well, you know, I think that they are hoping that Summer is off carving a path for them right now. I mean, Summer's getting ready to go do a big movie. She is part of the BFFs. I think that that's something that Sasha and Charlotte are looking to grasp onto.
Hey, look, Sasha's having fun now.
Oh, that's rude.
Sasha looking for the win here over Emma. Emma kicks out.
Dare I ask what the NXT universe is saying there?
They're saying Sasha is ratchet. Now, this is not a very nice term of endearment for a woman. It's not nice.
So,
What
like
does that
most of the wives and girlfriends that I have, they're, what is it, ratchet?
Ratchet, yes.
Ratchet, oh, right. I call them old bags usually, but ratchet will do.
They're one
Sounds
and the
politer.
same.
It's a good thing we don't hang out.
Well, it was 3 weeks ago on NXT. Sasha Banks in competition against the NXT Women's Champion Paige has faced Bayley as well, facing the best competition here in the NXT Divas division.
I will go on record as saying that Sasha Banks is the hidden gem here in NXT. She's somebody that will be a force to be reckoned with for years to come in the ladies division.
What is it that you see in Sasha?
It's just She's such a young lady, but she's got such venom and spite in her. That's what I like the
Emma.
most.
Emma looking for the dilemma here on the ropes.
That Spite isn't doing too well at the moment.
Breaks the hold
It
at
will
4.
mature. It will mature, and she will get better with age.
She has a certain amount of panache that I like.
Emma likes to call this the Emma Mite sandwich. Oh,
Is this one of those? How many times can I get the word Emma into this match?
it might be. Here's the cover by Emma on Sasha and another kick out.
Make sure you hashtag it.
And Charlotte's trying to get in there.
Charlotte up on the apron with that cutout of Summer Rae.
With Summer.
I wonder if Summer's okay with that photo that they used.
Of course she
She's
is.
very particular
Oh, dear.
on her
Whoa.
Instagram.
Oh no.
Goodness
Banks
gracious me.
accidentally taking out Charlotte. And now it's just one-on-one.
Here we go.
Emma looking for the Emma lock, middle of the ring on Sasha Banks.
Beautifully applied Emma
Banks
lock
is in
there.
trouble and Sasha taps out.
Good trumps evil.
Here's your winner, Emma.
Renee, you said it. Emma coming up with a win here over Sasha Banks.
Good trumps evil.
Yeah, the
Whoa, whoa,
BFFs
whoa, here
are not
comes
nice
Charlotte.
girls. See?
Charlotte looking for a piece of Emma, but Emma doing the smart thing and getting out of dodge.
Well, Charlotte was just standing up for her friend.
Well, let's take a look at what happened in this match here to start off NXT. A little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, that Emma would rebound with the Emma lock, and there was no place for Sasha to go.
So Emma getting a little bit of revenge after her loss to Charlotte 4 weeks ago. Charlotte feigned that injury, and Emma gets back at the BFFs in a little bit, Renee.
I like seeing the Evolution in full swing.
Well, folks, we have a great night of action here on NXT. We want to take you back a little bit to NXT Arrival, a superstar, Mojo Rawley, who made a tremendous splash live on the WWE Network. Mojo Rawley will be in action next week right here on NXT. Right now, we'd like to show you the freakish ability of Mojo.
I don't get hype, I stay hype.
It's the Hype Man!
Strength plus speed equals power, and that man's got a lot of all three.
Get hype, baby. Getting hyped can make a man this powerful. What do you think a man is capable of if he stays hyped all the time?
We've seen this before, going into hyperdrive!
My name is Mojo Rawley. I don't get hyped. I stay hyped.
What condition will the Canadian sensation be in as he goes up against the savior of misbehavior? After the devastating attack from Corey Graves 2 weeks ago, will Sami Zayn be ready for this main event match? We'll find out tonight.
You know your days are numbered. Count them one by one. In time, your time will be no more.
There's only one man on the face of the planet that can conquer that streak. The beast incarnate, the conqueror, Brock Lesnar.
There's a war coming this way. Lord have mercy.
Welcome back to NXT.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 485 pounds. They are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Connor, Victor, The Ascension.
The Bulldozers are here. Connor and Victor, the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions of all time, 183 days and counting.
Intensity and ferociousness. Two men who have dared the entire NXT Tag Team division to step up.
Connor and Victor made their mark at NXT Arrival about a month ago, and ever since then they've been on a tear through NXT. And William Regal, these two are about annihilation.
They certainly are, yes. it looks like their opponents aren't too much in a hurry to get in the ring, are they? I wouldn't be either.
Of course not.
Find the life out of me.
Yeah, I spoke to one of the competitors who faced Ascension in the past. He literally told me he started dry heaving at the thought of having to face these two.
So the team set to face the Ascension. This is Jack Hurley to start things off against Victor, who looks ravenous.
Oh, good luck, Jack.
And Jack Hurley's teammate, John Vandal.
Hurley
Look
and
at
Vandal.
Victor.
The eyes, goodness
Like
gracious.
a caged dog ready to go here. And here comes Victor. Oh, man. Victor and Connor have absolutely blazed a trail through the NXT Tag Team division.
And as you said, that intimidation factor, anybody knows, you know, that's got half a brain, what they're in for.
Oh, man.
What they're in for. The word spreads. Do you think that, you know, nobody wants to get in the ring with these gentlemen because they know what they're going to face. They're going to get battered.
Hurley tossed into Vandal. I wonder if that was the tag there.
Actually, can I make a point here? Did you see this very smart way that Ascension are competing? They got rid of the big man first.
So Hurley taken down outside. Vandal inadvertently the legal man, and now in comes Connor. Connor, 300 pounds on him.
You better not let him hear you say Condor.
Oh, wow.
Dear me.
The back of Vandal's head bouncing off the canvas.
Connor, he's like that rough kid in the neighborhood you never wanted to play with.
Oh, man.
You knew he just hurt you.
What a bloodthirsty lot the NXT universe are, aren't they? Oh. Goodness gracious me.
The NXT crowd here at Full Sail University.
Why not?
They want devastation from the Ascension.
Who does that? Who just takes an opponent and throws him up against the ropes?
The Ascension does, that's who. And why not? Who's going to stop them? That's the thing. Who's going to stop these gentlemen?
Yeah, good question.
Connor dispatching Hurley on the outside. Now Connor revving up. Oh, man. There's the tag. Victor now legal in against Vandal. Gentlemen, we've seen this before. This could be the end. Connor and Victor all lined up full of man.
I believe it is the end.
Victor into the cover. Vandal just didn't stand a chance.
Here are your winners, the Ascension.
Dare I say that young Mr. Vandal has been vandalized? That's even better for me, isn't it?
That was cute.
Let's take a look back at the end of this match here. Tag team action, and Byron, the Ascension doing what they do best.
Destruction and total maximum carnage.
The NXT Tag Team Champions, we said it at the beginning of this match, 183 days and counting. Who will stand in their way here on NXT?
The time for dancing is over. The 375-pound Brodus Clay returns to the NXT arena. Brodus brings his rage as he targets the eccentric Xavier Woods next.
He puts the mania in WrestleMania. He puts the fear in Fearless Warrior. He puts the in this all-new original movie.
Yikes! Run! Ghost!
A ferocious beast threatens the main event and the world's greatest superstars. John Cena.
You can't see me!
Triple H. Kane. The Miz. Brodus Clay. Santino. Sin Cara. AJ Lee. And Mr. McMahon.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
Team up with a dog.
Bring it!
Who puts the smack in SmackDown. Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery. Look for it on DVD, Blu-ray, or digital HD. Also look for these other Scooby-Doo mysteries.
Scooby-Doo! Scooby-Doo! Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Oh, how lovely.
Wonder what he's doing.
Well, Tyler Breeze will be in action later here on NXT. Right now,
Smashing.
the funkiest superstar on NXT.
My funk
Xavier
soul
Woods.
brother, Xavier Woods, yes.
Your funk soul brother.
Oh, yes. We collect rare soul and funk records. Did you know that? We trade them off together.
Solomon
That's true.
Funk?
It's true.
Xavier
One
Wood-
nation under a groove.
Xavier Wood, one of the faces of the next generation of WWE, ready for action here inside the NXT arena. Uh-oh. Byron, it would be an understatement if I were to say that Brodus Clay and Xavier Woods had a little bit of history.
Two men who know each other very well. You look at it this way. If you look at negativity in someone's life, a downward spiral in someone's life, Brodus Clay's gone through a lot, and he blames Xavier Woods for everything negative that's taking place in his life.
But do you not think he has a point there, Byron?
Of course he does.
How much of a slap in the face is that Xavier Woods comes out to Brodus's old ring music?
Not to mention frequently seen with the
Funkadactyls, yes.
We want you to get involved on social media tonight. Use the hashtag WWE NXT to chime in. Oh, Xavier Woods trying to take down Monstrous BC.
Brodus Clay said he hadn't smiled in months. Just imagine all the pent-up anger this man's got.
Oh, T-bone suplex there from Clay.
I was trying to talk to Brodus Clay before because I've known him for a very long time. In fact, from when he first started. And the only thing I can describe is somewhat of like an angry depression. He's not giving me much of a read on him, but I wouldn't like to be facing him, let's put it that way.
Well, Brodus Clay has certainly had a personal vendetta, not only against Xavier Woods, R-Truth, the Funkadactyls, our broadcast colleague Jason Albert. I mean, he doesn't seem happy with anybody in WWE. Oh!
Brodus Clay is out to get anybody who's wronged him.
Brodus, here's the cover on Xavier. Xavier gets the shoulder up.
And here's the thing with Xavier. You know, he's a fun guy to be around. He's a life of the party, but sometimes things come back to bite him, as they are with Brodus.
Ooh! 350 pounds coming down in the corner on Woods. Clay in control. Oh!
Gosh.
The cover again from Clay, and Xavier still in this match.
One thing that I do like immensely, as I say, I've known Brodus Clay for a long time, and he sort of lost his way a little when he was with the Funkadactyls. He became too much of a nice gentleman. Now you can see him back to his roots. He's a suplex machine. He knows how to throw and he knows how to hurt people.
Byron, over the last few weeks, we've seen Xavier Woods in competition with Alexander Rusev. How do you think that would help Xavier going into this match with Clay?
I think if nothing else, Xavier's realizing that there's a time to turn off that fun-loving attitude. There's a time to get serious, and Xavier Woods has to get serious if he wants to beat Brodus Clay.
That's a very good point, Byron.
Ooh, you can hear that one.
Well, one way to do it.
Gracious.
Ooh. Xavier, trying to use his speed and agility. Xavier's finally got Brodus Clay down on the mat. There you go,
Xavier has to
Xavier.
capitalize on this. There we go.
Shining Wizard, here's the cover. Xavier trying to put away Clay.
Xavier can't let up here.
Brodus Clay has been on a road to redemption ever since WrestleMania last year. However, I don't know if Xavier Woods is going to let him run through him. There's the strength of Brodus Clay. Oh, God! First, Clay with that massive headbutt.
Oh, Xavier twisted his ankle or what, but it cost him big, and it may just get worse.
Brodus with a power bomb, a standing power bomb. Brodus Clay now looking to go to the top rope.
This is not good at all.
Standing on the second turnbuckle, 350 pounds, crashing down on Woods, and monstrous Brodus Clay gets the win.
Here is your winner, Brodus Clay.
WWE, you took everything from me. You took my music. You took my girls. You took my tag team partner. Worst of all, you took my pride, my self-respect, and my dignity. But Brodus, from now on, I'm doing the taking. And my first thing I'm gonna take, Adrian Neville, the man that gravity forgets, you about to feel the gravitational pull of Brodus Clay. And I'm gonna take the NXT Championship. And you do know that.
If I'm Adrian Neville, I am worried. An impressive showing here tonight from Brodus Clay.
As Brodus Clay said, he's had everything taken away. He's got nothing to lose, and that's a dangerous man, a man who has nothing to lose.
Brodus Clay sending a message to the NXT champion here tonight.
And I want what I get. And I don't need none of y'all. None of y'all.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's check in backstage with our broadcast colleague, Devin Taylor.
Please welcome my guest at this time, NXT champion, Adrian Neville. Adrian, first off, congratulations on successfully defending your championship against Bo Dallas.
Thanks, Devin. But I'd rather talk about what just happened. Brodus Clay wants a championship match with me. You know, he's not getting the recognition he feels he deserves on Raw or on SmackDown. So he wants to come to NXT, take the NXT championship, easy as cake, and then bugger off. Nah. Brodus, are you not aware what NXT has become? Have you been living in a cave? We're the future of this business, man. We're young, we're hungry, and we're just as good as anybody on Raw or on SmackDown. And besides that, here we earn opportunities. Bo and his before me, Big E before him, and Seth before him. Now you may be 400 pounds. You are a monster. But I'm Adrian Neville. I'm a fighting champion. And if you win an opportunity, well, I'll be right here. Sorry, Devin.
Still a lot more to come tonight here on NXT. You already heard it tonight. Tyler Breeze is in the building. What will the gorgeous one have in store for us on the campus of Full Sail University? Tyler Breeze is in action next.
The biggest of bashes.
We will destroy everything in our path.
The baddest of battles.
That's why he is 155-0.
The most brutal of brawls.
Have you ever seen anything like this on pay-per-view? Is that unbelievable or what?
Over 20 matches and countless moments. All yours. They are WCW's greatest pay-per-view matches, Volume 1.
My name is Bray Wyatt, and we are the Reapers that bring death to this era of lies.
I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I a Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? Cause I don't belong in this world. It's fine scoffing at authority, defiant often.
This is a terrible world. All praise be to the virtue of hustle, loyalty, and respect. What would the world be without its hero? You're lying, John Cena.
You are the one with everything to lose.
And this is my legacy.
I believe in everything I've done, everything I stand for, and everything I will do. At WrestleMania, I will fight for everything. I will fight for my legacy.
This is my legacy. Hope is dead.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Japan, weighing 200
Yoshitatsu ready for action here on the campus of Full Sail University. This is NXT. Ooh.
Now, Tyler Breeze wants me to tell the people at home that his boots that he's wearing tonight are made of Guatemalan alpaca, made for him specially by a humpback dwarf from the Panara tribe.
What?
Yes, they are.
How can I get a pair of those for myself?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Well, Tyler Breeze has been getting in the business of a lot of superstars as of late. We saw what happened at NXT Arrival. Tyler Breeze got in the business of Xavier Woods a few weeks ago before Woods' match with Rusev. But more importantly, Tyler Breeze has also expressed his disgust for the NXT champion, Adrian Neville. He believes he's, quote, the Uggo face of NXT.
He may have a point there, actually.
And Tyler Breeze consistently wants the spotlight, all the attention, all the cameras on him.
Oh, look at the face. How could you not?
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Yoshitatsu, trying to get back on track over the last few weeks, has borne the brunt of the mind games from Corey Graves, as Graves has been trying to send a message to Sami Zayn. We'll see that main event later on tonight here on NXT. But right now, Yoshitatsu, a very proud competitor,
yes,
trying to get back involved.
Yes, and Yoshi's somewhat slipped on his fighting spirit, and he wants to get that back. He wants to prove how good he is, as everybody here on NXT does and should.
Well, it's one thing to want to prove how good you are, and it's one thing to know how good you are. Tyler Breeze is never at a shortage for confidence.
We understood. Oh, Tyler Breeze, before he came to NXT, had extensive experience as a male model, but as of late, the don't hit me in the face kind of mentality of Tyler Breeze has evaporated. He's got a vicious side.
Well, Tyler Breeze understands it. You can't be worrying about your face if you want to compete, especially compete for championships. That's part of the game.
Tatsu, catches a boot from Breeze.
Well, no concern for Yoshi's face.
I think Tyler Breeze knows as well, if he gets a championship and he does get a broken nose, he can afford to have the plastic surgery.
Breeze the cover on Yoshi. Yoshi kicks out.
Are you going to interrupt me all night again?
I apologize.
I told you I'll stay at home with the wife if I want that happening.
Tom?
You can follow along tonight. Use the hashtag WWE NXT to get involved on social media. Tyler Breeze uses the Twitter handle Gorgeous. Calls himself Prince Pretty, the king of Cuteville, the most gorgeous grappler in the game.
What he should call himself is a very credible grappler, because that's what he is. Oh, dear me.
Credibility
Beautiful.
in the face of Yoshi.
Incredible strike right to the ear of Yoshitatsu.
Going right after Yoshitatsu. Look at this ruthless side of Tyler Breeze.
I like this side of Tyler Breeze.
Breeze, Breeze with the beauty shot on Yoshi. Breeze knocks off Tatsu.
Here is your winner, Tyler Breeze.
It's great to see now Tyler Breeze isn't worried about his face, that he's not frightened of throwing it all out there. Nothing's going to hold him back now. This is a serious man.
And still the king of Cuteville.
Oh, yes.
Byron, Tyler Breeze showing that ruthless side, as William Regal just spoke about, but I mean the athletic ability of Tyler Breeze in the ring paired with this new attitude.
The king of Cuteville.
Yes, the king of Cuteville. Look at it.
And I agreed with you as well.
You should.
How dare I?
Well, still to come here on NXT, our main event. Sami Zayn gets in the ring with Corey Graves. It was 2 weeks ago here on NXT that Sami Zayn, before a match with Tyler Breeze, had his head bounced off the post by Corey Graves.
And we understand Sami Zayn was diagnosed with a concussion, but he took impact tests. Doctors reluctantly have cleared him, and Sami himself says he feels fine.
A very interesting behavior from Corey Graves, William.
This may sound strange coming from an old villain like me, but it was a diabolical liberty that Corey Graves took against Sami Zayn.
Right now, Sami Zayn is standing by backstage getting ready for the main event.
Hi, Sami. How do you feel heading into your match against Corey Graves tonight?
Yeah, I feel fine. Honestly fine. You know, I make no bones about it. He snuck up on me a couple of weeks ago and I got my bell rung. You know, I admit that. But I feel fine now. WWE's doctors have cleared me. I'm ready to go. Mentally is a bit of a different story. See, Graves kind of opened a can of worms here, and now the only person that has anything to worry about tonight is Graves.
Great. Thank you so much.
Corey, I just want to get a comment from you regarding your match coming up next against Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, NXT's resident underdog. Let me tell you a story about an underdog that wandered just a little bit too far into the woods. Got his little paw trapped in a bear trap. And he fought and he scratched and he clawed until out came the wolves. Out comes the wolf. This isn't going to be pretty.
Despite the brutal surprise attack from Corey Graves 2 weeks ago, Sami Zayn's been cleared for action. How will the Canadian sensation fare in his return matchup? We'll find out. Our main event is next.
My name is Paige. I'm the NXT Women's Champion. I know what a diva's supposed to be. She's supposed to be tan, she's supposed to have light hair, wear lots of color. No. This is my world, this is my home. So if they disrespect anything in it, that makes me angry. I never cry, but yes, being the first ever NXT Women's Champion was a dream come true.
She first ever! She has climbed the mountain within the NXT Women's Division. History. Paige just completely overcome.
I made history in the WWE. I have a lot of trouble coming my way, but I'm ready for it.
Paige continues to reign over the Divas Division.
I beat them all before to get this, right?
Paige, first off, congratulations on retaining your championship at Arrival.
Thank you.
I just want to get a comment from you on the actions of Charlotte and this new emerging threat for your championship.
Yeah, threat. Well, I always knew I was going to have some kind of competition or some people trying to come in my face because, you know what, I'm the champion, it's expected. But the thing is, they wouldn't even let me have my moment. The first ever NXT Live special to be on the WWE Network, and I retain my championship, is a huge deal, and they would not let me have my moment. So if Charlotte wants to come at me, she needs to stop hiding behind her daddy and face me face to face, alone. Now, if you don't mind, can you get the camera out of my face?
Welcome back. It's time for our main event.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 202 pounds, Corey Graves.
Corey Graves calls himself the Pearl of the Underground. It was 4 weeks ago. Corey Graves called out Sami Zayn before getting a win over Yoshitatsu in his WWE Network debut. And as we just spoke about before the break, 2 weeks ago, he bounced the head of Sami Zayn off of that very steel post.
When you see Corey Graves, what do you see? You see a guy with movie star good looks, a guy who attracts attention the moment he walks into the room. And the fact that Corey Graves was left off NXT Arrival, that's why you're talking about Corey Graves now. He's going to steal any spotlight he can, and subsequently, Sami Zayn was the victim.
Corey Graves just has an air of pure menace about him. And just look at those eyes. They're a man.
Well, when Corey Graves called out Sami Zayn 4 weeks ago, Sami said, I didn't know he had an issue, but if you want to go, let's go.
Sami Zayn's not going to back down from anybody. We've seen that time and time again.
Corey Graves speaking to the fact that Sami Zayn did lose at NXT Arrival to Cesaro. However, Sami Zayn getting a win that very night 4 weeks ago over Corey Graves, and now it's about payback for being sidelined with a concussion.
And here's the dichotomy of the situation that Sami Zayn has been in. When it came to Cesaro, all Zayn wanted was respect. Corey Graves could care less about respecting anybody.
So this is our main event tonight here on NXT on the WWE Network. Sami Zayn set to collide with Corey Graves, and look how cool and confident Corey Graves looks.
If you're Corey Graves, you look confident because you know you have the goods.
The thing about these two competitors is they've both shared somewhat of the same path to get here to NXT. They're both well-traveled. They've both been, I think, about 12 years apiece in this industry. And they're very confident in the skills. They know what they're all about.
So, Byron, why the different personalities between Graves and Zayn?
Again, Zayn is a guy that everyone cheers, everyone supports. Everyone wanted to see Sami Zayn in action, and Zayn is the epitome of what Corey Graves deems is wrong with the system. Graves believes he should be the one talked about every single night on NXT.
We've seen since NXT arrival, who's the man that we're talking about the most on this show?
Exactly.
Corey Graves. Result.
Graves got what he wanted. Now he's got Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, as you mentioned, William Regal, never wanted to back down from a fight. And Corey Graves now trying to just get a little bit of space.
Ooh. Oh, just getting into the head of Sami Zayn. You can tell how much of a chord that Corey Graves struck with Sami Zayn. He's not the normal fun-loving, happy-go-lucky kind of guy we've been used to.
We saw the incredible strategy that Corey Graves, it was so well played last time, of drawing in Sami Zayn to his web, if you will. This is what he's doing here.
Graves again taking some time here outside the ring.
And remember, Corey Graves operates on Corey Graves' time.
This is a similar way that 4 weeks ago, Graves suckered in Yoshitatsu before scoring a count-out win. Sami Zayn not going to let that happen. Zayn now coming right after Graves. Oh, man!
If you're Sami, you can't get sucked into the plot of Graves.
Ooh! Zayn now back into the ring, heading back after Corey Graves. The motivation of Graves, it seemed a few weeks ago, was simply to call out one of the hottest superstars on NXT here in Sami Zayn, and William, he got his wish.
He certainly did, yes.
Ooh.
We say it all the time, you know, it's the old thing, isn't it? Be careful what you wish for. But I think Corey Graves is a master strategist, and I think he's got something up his sleeve here.
Whoa! Oh, big backdrop.
Yeah, Sami's got something up his sleeve, too.
Zayn going right after Corey Graves. Clothesline to the outside. Two very different styles in these superstars. Sami Zayn, high tempo, high speed.
Well, I think we're about to get real high tempo here with Sami Zayn.
Sami's feeling it. Look out below. Oh, what a fall.
One has to question the motive of Sami Zayn, though. Sami Zayn, although he's been cleared from his impact testing, is this a wise thing to do?
Sami Zayn gets in the moment of competition and everything else falls by the wayside.
Take another look at this. Sami Zayn getting up a full head of steam and then just flying outside the ring, but Sami Zayn almost went head first into that post. Perhaps Corey Graves trying to go back to the head.
Of course, any potential weakness you try to attack, that's what Corey Graves is thinking.
Byron, you said the medical report was that Sami Zayn has officially been cleared, correct?
Zayn has been cleared, but William Regal, you can speak to this. Just because you've been cleared doesn't mean you're completely 110% ready to go.
We've just seen...
And another shot to the head. Here's the cover from Graves and a kick out.
We've just seen Corey Graves knee Sami Zayn right in the side of the head.
He started 2 weeks ago. Will he sideline Sami Zayn? Our main event rolls on next.
Hello again. You must be hungry. I intend to prove that the object behind me is home to a supernatural force. That mirror is responsible for killing at least 45 people, including our parents. You promise you'd never forget what really happened.
I was 10 years old.
Huh?
It's not real. My God.
Nice tricks.
Devil. He is me.
Oculus, April 11th, rated R.
Corey Graves in control here in our main event. Suplex to Sami Zayn. Corey Graves looking for the win here on NXT. Sami kicks out.
And right before the break, we saw that Corey Graves brought a knee up right in the side of Sami Zayn's head. Has that affected Sami Zayn in any way? We need to, well, we'll see.
Sami Zayn sustaining a concussion 2 weeks ago at the hands of Corey Graves. Graves bouncing the head of Sami Zayn off of a steel post. We understand the WWE medical staff has cleared Sami Zayn for competition.
We know that Corey Graves has a sterling reputation for doing submissions. You can see, he'll look at the way he's got his forearm across the side of the ear there. If there's any weakness in Sami Zayn's game now, Corey Graves will spot it and he will work on it.
Corey Graves wants to finish the job he started. Before the concussion happened, before the doctors evaluated Zayn, Corey Graves wants to finish it and have Sami Zayn no longer be a factor in this environment.
And folks, coming up again this weekend, it's WrestleMania Access, all leading up to WrestleMania this Sunday in New Orleans. And get involved at NXT Experience. Not only can you meet and greet with your favorite NXT superstars and divas, but then you can see them in action at WrestleMania Access.
Graves, the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out.
Of everybody and anybody in the WWE, we'll be looking at Corey Graves even more closely.
Look, Corey Graves beat Sami Zayn. Corey Graves is in contention for the NXT Championship. Corey Graves wins the NXT Championship.
Exactly.
Then Corey Graves has what he wants.
And every shot to the head, you gotta wonder, what is this doing to Sami Zayn?
Nothing good. That's exactly what it's doing. And every single strike you saw there was right on the point of either the jaw or the top of the head, which causes the most amount of damage.
Sami Zayn assuring the referee that he can continue. Oh, and another big shot from...
What is Sami Zayn swinging at? I mean, he's on wobbly legs.
Ooh.
Ooh. I think the referee needs to check Sami Zayn because, as you said, Sami Zayn was swinging wildly.
Elbow
there.
to the head, Graves the cover. Sami's still in the match.
It's hard for us sitting in this position to get a read. I can usually get a read on people's eyes.
Well, Sami continues to tell the referee that he's okay. Corey Graves going right back to a submission hold here.
Corey Graves can sense it. Corey Graves can sense the weakness of Sami Zayn. And the longer this match goes on, the longer Graves is going to continue to attack the head of Sami Zayn.
There's got to be a point here where the referee has to... sometimes the referee has to stand in and just stop the match because we know that the damage has been done. Look at that. Look at the way that head's being cranked there.
Graves tightening his grip here on Sami Zayn in the middle of the ring in our main event.
The referee definitely may need to step in here because, you know, Sami Zayn will keep fighting till his last breath. That's not in question. But is it a wise thing to do for his career going forward?
Ooh. Zayn breaking up the hold, but using the crown of his skull.
I like to see that. The referee was looking in the eyes of Sami Zayn. There we go. Look.
I can't imagine.
Oh, dear me.
And a huge boot to the head, and now the referee has to check on Zayn. Sami wants to stay in this match. Graves going right back to the head.
Again, this is
Graves looking for the win again here on Zayn and a kick out.
Graves is going to continue to punish the head of Sami Zayn with every opportunity that opens up.
Look at Zayn. Zayn can barely stay on his feet right now. More shots to the head from Graves. Zayn refusing to go quietly, but spine first into the corner.
Well, Zayn's a fighter. I mean, Zayn might not know where he is, but he's a fighter, and he'll fight you till the end.
Exactly. it looks like Sami Zayn just fighting on instinct now.
William, you've been competing for 30 years. You're looking at Sami Zayn here. What are you seeing? How do you think he's faring in there right now with that injury?
As I've just said, I think he's just competing purely on instinct. And look at the way that Corey Graves is just torturing Sami Zayn. I mean, from my point of view, this is beautiful to watch. When you injure an opponent, or you know your opponent's not at his best, just to take them down and to grind them into mat. It's a term we call scurfing in England, where you just grind your opponent into the mat, give him no room to breathe, make him feel like he's dying 1,000 deaths down there.
And as sick as it sounds, Corey Graves revels in this moment where he can watch Sami Zayn's energy and his fight just slowly dissipate.
The NXT Universe trying to get Sami Zayn back into this match. Whoa, Zayn with the cover on Graves out of nowhere, shoulders down out of 2. Ooh. The fight and resolve from Sami Zayn, refusing to go away in this matchup. Oh, man, face first went Zayn. Graves into the cover. This could be it for Sami. Sami got the shoulder up. How?
Honestly, I don't know how. I thought Sami Zayn was knocked out then. His forehead went smack right into the mat. Again, I'm going to say it again, the referee needs to check Sami Zayn. Just because Sami Zayn keeps going, it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
Zayn battling back here against Graves. Uh-oh. Graves, oh, what a backbreaker. Another cover from Graves. Sami, shoulders down. Sami still in this contest.
Sami Zayn's will to fight is becoming his worst enemy.
That's a great point, Byron.
William, at what point does Sami Zayn have to worry about his long-term health, his career?
Sami Zayn's obviously not thinking about anything but winning or just staying in this contest. So that's up to the referee. The referee has to make that decision.
Zayn just trying to get up to his feet so he can take on Corey Graves. Graves ready in the corner. Ooh!
Oh, hold on.
Look out!
Oh, exploder suplex right to the corner.
Zayn with a little bit of breathing room, but can he get a pinfall over Graves? Rolling over Graves, a little bit of space from the ropes, hooks that shoulder, shoulders down now on Graves, and Graves still in this main event.
And how Sami Zayn even had the wherewithal to catch Graves and deliver the suplex is beyond me.
Is it enough, though? Was that enough to put away Corey Graves? Because if it isn't, Sami Zayn needs to be so careful. If he's got somewhat of a bet, he's going for
whoa. Looking for the blue thunder bomb here. Zayn was on wobbly legs. Whoa! There it is! Blue thunder bomb, shoulders down on Graves. Sami, oh man, Sami almost had it right there.
Where's Sami Zayn? Why is he looking over that way?
Something's not right, I'm telling you.
Sami Zayn, you never take your eye off your opponent if you can help it. Why is Sami Zayn looking the other way?
There's a glazed over look in the eye of Sami Zayn. He's probably extremely disoriented right now.
Obviously.
Zayn's trying to struggle to do whatever he can to pull it together.
Zayn out of the corner, looking for the haluva kick, intercepted by Graves. Oh, and they bashed heads into each other. The back of Corey Graves' head into Sami Zayn's temple.
That's not going to do Zayn any favors.
William, Zayn not reacting as quickly as he did in the past. That may have done it right there.
The referee seems to think that Sami Zayn's able to continue.
Earlier in this match, we saw Sami shaking his head, telling the referee, I can keep going, but still not that quick of a response there.
Yes, you're right there, Tom, yes.
Sami staggering to his feet. Graves the first one up. You can see Sami trying to get up to that top rope, normally so nimble, so sure of foot. Whoa. Sami.
No, the referee needs to call this now because Sami Zayn doesn't know where he is. He just no idea where he. Look, his legs are all. They've gone to jelly. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I've never seen Sami Zayn like this before.
The referee's got a close hand, so he obviously knows.
Ooh. Zayn again telling the referee he can continue.
Yes, but all it is instinct. That's the only thing that Sami Zayn's got right now. Look at his legs have gone.
Zayn doesn't know where he is.
Oh! And a huge shot to the ear. Corey Graves capitalizing on the moment.
Surely that's enough. And a completely unprotected shot right to the back of the ear there.
Now Graves going in for his submission maneuver. Lucky 13 in the middle of the ring. Sami Zayn barely moving here. Zayn in the middle of the ring, and the referee to stop this match.
There was no tap out there by Sami Zayn, so that was a good call by the referee. Referee just saw that Sami Zayn, he wasn't able to continue. He didn't know where he was.
Look at this scene here. Sami Zayn not even able to get up on his own. This is exactly what Corey Graves wanted.
You can see a member of the WWE medical staff here to check on Sami Zayn. Again, Zayn just 2 weeks removed from a concussion, was cleared by the WWE medical staff, but the onslaught tonight from Corey Graves to the head of Zayn was too much.
Sometimes you gotta know when enough is enough, and Sami Zayn may have cost himself some serious damage tonight.
Corey Graves knows the damage that he's caused. Corey Graves is a very, very happy man. Like I said, I truly think that Corey Graves is a master strategist. He's drawn Sami Zayn into his web, and he's executed this onslaught perfectly.
Pride can be a dangerous thing.
Sami Zayn just obviously extremely frustrated. Corey Graves makes his mark tonight on NXT, getting the win over Sami Zayn. The long-term question, did Sami Zayn re-aggravate that injury?